Hey guys, how you doing? So we've got a question today from Mike, and it's a really important question. Let me just turn the audio off. Mike literally says, and Mike, is it okay if I call you Michael? You're saying to me that you can't talk to them because you feel like you're not valuable enough for them to be interested. I completely get it. I completely get it, Mike. And what that means is that you've probably already been given the advice about just say something, or just try. And I know that advice isn't sufficient. It doesn't get you to that end goal. It doesn't take you to that next step. Because here's the interesting thing, Mike. What's actually really underneath this question is something that's even bigger than romance, even bigger than dating, right? Let's call her Angela again, okay? In the case of Angela, you might have Angela in front of you. You might have her across the hall. You might have her in another building, but you know where she is, and you have those opportunities or those moments where you could perhaps say something and you kind of get paralyzed a little bit, right? And the crazy thing is it doesn't just happen with Angela. I am guessing, Michael, that this probably happens outside of your conversations with Angela. It probably happens in many circumstances and instances. But you've got so used to it that it might be that you don't even realize it anymore. That's the crazy thing. Because what we're really talking about is, and it's here, right? Look, have a look. I feel like I am not valuable enough for them to be interested. I'm not valuable enough for them to be interested. So, yeah, it's really sad to read that, and I get sad because I understand it kind of brings back memories of, the nervousness and the worries that I faced, and, kind of the counseling and the therapy that I went through. It's really a question of value, right? It's the value that you have and that you can give to the world. And first of all, I want to say, Mike, that you are valuable. You have thoughts, you have meaning, you have things to say that are important. And really what the question comes down to is it's a question that comes from feeling not secure in yourself enough. And I totally get it. You have not got the value or the reassurance that perhaps you needed at some point in your journey. And this is now communicated with the absence of your speech from these conversations, and the absence of your voice from, the discussions with family, with friends, with colleagues, with anyone and everyone perhaps at sometimes, because I can almost certainly be sure that this isn't a problem that's just related to the world of dating and romance. That if you can get over this question, if you can get over this self-talk, you can become a brand new Michael. When you use words such as powerful as I feel like I'm not valuable enough for them to be interested, you give those words life. And what I want you to do is to take kind of a self-audit. Okay, Michael, this is the one real step that I want you to do, and the only focus of this video, because I think with this one step, it will lead naturally to many others. I want you to audit all of the things, the thoughts and the feelings that you have. I want you to give them document. I want you to document them, and I want you to give them life, because you're already giving them life. I want you to become self-aware of the things that you say to yourself. Are you lifting yourself up, or are you continually bringing yourself down? Because when you say words like I feel like I'm not valuable enough for them to be interested, you do yourself a disservice, my friend. You do yourself damage. And I want you to understand right now, how far does the damage go? How deep does it run? Is it a flowing vast river, or is it a little tributary as part of a bigger stream? Self-audit. Document it in whatever way you like, whether that means your mobile phone via a text to a friend, whether it means WhatsApp voice note, whether it means, writing it, scribbling it down with a pad and a pen, whether it means, putting it down onto your laptop, having it somewhere that you can robustly start to recognize and document all of the things that you say to yourself, will surprise you. You're going to surprise yourself, Michael. You're going to discover that this is not just a question of romance and attraction, but this is a question of self-worth, self-value, and self-talk. And then by beginning to start to document all of these instances, you can then begin to discover the patterns. And after that, once we recognize the problem for how deep it is, action